It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Yeah, horse smells on my voicemail like a butler hanging on my coattail. Got these chickens clucking like it's H-Mart. Writing poetry, got it for wholesale. Ringing doorbells with these CDs on me going hand in hand. Got a bag, then I fumbled. The fourth quarter board was looking like Shanahan. Now I'm stacking up them dividends. G's on me like I'm Dapper Dan. Pockets bulging like them hammer pants. Legendary like I'm Bag of Vance. Turning down these labels bad advance. Ooh, I'm feeling like a prize. You can see it in my eyes. Ooh, texting my number, won't get no reply. I shake them like grease on the fries. Chain swinging like a clock tower. Yeah, I'm suited up, Mr. Hightower. Feeling groovy, boy, I'm monster powers. All this gold shining like a bridal shower. New kicks, I am not a punter, but the numbers running like I'm Jackie Joyner. Turn my words into fine art. I just drew a reference back to Magna Carta. Warming up like a leather bomber. Natty blonde, I'm a phone. I just went to a safari, now they keeping tabs on me, Google Chrome. Down payment on a home. Got the paper making songs. See these suckers about to come in now. Cleo, leave a message at the tone.
Shut up. Your fucking kid and play high top looking ass. Getting on my goddamn nerve looking ass. Shit. Piss me off.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Now, y'all know we've been waiting on this Chains and Whips music video from the Clipse. The hype is still carrying. Everybody is still excited about this album. The rollout it's just been steadily coming. Interviews, music, videos. They are not letting any dust settle on them. They have content lined up. I would not be surprised if they have other music videos on the way in the tuck as well. For those that may have tuned in or seen a clip or heard a piece of the Joe Budden interview, they talked very much about, keeping the energy going. They're going to go on tour, of course, but even as they're on tour and whenever they wrap that up, both Malice and Push are excited about keeping the energy going. They say they don't want to spend a lot of time away from Paris or too much time away from Paris, meaning that they are probably going to get back in the studio and get right on to the next project. Who knows when we might get that, not rushing them into that, but just going off of the energy and the momentum that they've gained, they're not trying to let it go. All right. And this is one of those things, man, when you in your groove, when you really you got the creative juices flowing and you got the team, you got the support, you got the camera people, the videographers, everybody is working in tandem. I can understand why they want to keep this going. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole resurgence of Clipse. But getting back to the Chains and Whips music video, okay? Of course, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Y'all know I can't play it on my channel as far as the song and all of that is concerned. We just not taking chances with stuff like that right now, especially not right now. But there's so many layers to this music video, man. Like, it's all black people in the video, you know what I'm saying? Dark skin, like it's got like a film. I don't know if they shot this on film. Definitely goes into the black experience, especially being somebody from the South, looking at the types of homes in the video. I could definitely identify with what's being shown in the music video. The imagery definitely speaks to the black experience in America. You start the video off, you're getting into just a baby, just a child, innocent, free of judgment, free of the outside world and everything that comes with it. Everybody's opinion of you, your opinion of others, being tainted by whatever is placed in front of you, just pure, right? You get into the baby running, and then it kind of pauses, and it's like the baby is like evolving into an older version of themselves. And then we get into the reality that's outside, right? From prison, You know what I'm saying? Which is that whole prison industrial complex, that whole pipeline from poverty to prison is addressed in the video. Grief is heavily present in the video. The highs and lows of the black experience are on display in the video. In one instance, you have like the Miss Black America pageant, and 1 minute she's at the top, and then the next you see her in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? You see you see like a prison fight, but in the midst of a prison fight, you see this like a funeral of people hugging. You know what I'm saying? Which could easily be the victim's family. You know what I'm saying? Convening together for the funeral while the the aggressor or the killer is in jail. You see in the video somebody running, you know what I'm saying, running from a vehicle. Somebody ends up getting locked up. It's a lot going on in this video, dog. Like stuff that I probably didn't even catch, but it's very dense in terms of presentation. Of course, we've heard the song countless amounts of times. We've heard the Kendrick verse countless amounts of time. Everybody has given their perspective of, you know, the breakdown of Kendrick's verse and the entendres and the shit. I just seen somebody yesterday. Shout out to James. It's a young lady. She was breaking Kendrick's verse down in terms of its poetic nature and the poetic devices that he's using in the verse, even outside of the words itself. Just the way that he's putting everything together. So we there's plenty of discourse about the lyrical side of this record, but it's like this video brought us into a cultural conversation, right? I mean, the song is called Chains and Whips, right? And unfortunately, as black people and our history in this country, it's a sensitive subject, but it's something that we know all too well, right? Coming from being enslaved people, forced into servitude to build this country up, to give it its everything, right? We a lot of American culture stems from what came with us, from our foods, our dialects, our slang, the things that we find to be entertaining. How we entertain ourselves has become global commodities. You know what I'm saying? And being able to make it in spite of our past throughout our existence on this land. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. You got the house with the American flag and the two ladies in front with the kid with the American flag. Just being in the South, like I remember seeing some of those homes, and you know, being in Georgia specifically, the American flag has never felt like it's never felt representative of me. You know what I'm saying? And I used to live in an area called Snellville. Most of y'all probably don't know where Snellville is, but I would see homes out there in Snellville, and when I would see like the American flag hanging off of somebody's front porch, it kind of let me know they probably wasn't gonna be too fond of me. You know what I'm saying? Because of course you do have people that'll put the Confederate flag outside, but for a lot of people, the safer bet is to put the American flag. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff like spoke to me in a different manner. But again, there's just so much going on in the video. There's some haunting, menacing looks in the video. What the rolling of the faces, blending into other faces and shit like that. Like it's a lot going on. Uh, Kendrick, of course, is not in the music video. It kind of looked like there might have been a sighting of him for just a brief moment. But of course, he's not in the video performing. He's not rapping. He's not there. Y'all could tell me if y'all feel like y'all saw him, but I saw like a silhouette of somebody, and you know the little fro that Kendrick has right now, where his hair is just kind of going up, curly up, kind of looked like his silhouette. But y'all can let me know if I'm tripping. Again, I can't play the song, but what I will do is see if I could roll the imagery down here and see if there's any issues with this. Hopefully, man, it's been a doozy out here. All right, so you see the baby, and when I saw this here, I initially thought of Biggie's "Ready to Die." Um, hold on, let me pull up the photo from Biggie. So that's what this initially made me think of. And there's a part in the video where the baby is literally posed in the same way, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Kind of recreating that "Ready to Die" thing. And I think there's another layer to it outside of just being a tribute to Biggie, which we know the Clipse are huge fans of Biggie. Think of the connotation of an album called "Ready to Die," or just having that sentiment, ready to die, and then they show you in the music video this kid growing up, um, and then somebody's getting locked up, and somebody is running from the police. There's a funeral in process. So "Ready to Die" manifested itself in the music video as well. Um, but yeah, this is some interesting imagery here. Look at this shit, man. And of course, you got Push and Malice. They rapping, they doing their thing. You know, Uncle said, "Nigga, you must be sick." All that stuff. He's getting into his Jim Jones. But look at these shots, man. This is the prison fight. Got these black women grieving. Got this guy look like they escorting him to his cell. Is that Kendrick? Hold on, cause that's the silhouette I was talking about. Like, who is this nigga? I don't know. I could be tripping, but I'm quite sure I'm not the only person that thought that. Front porch. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got Push here, and he's doing these different expressions and stuff like that. We've seen the different expressions from Push and Malice, and So Be It as well. So, not so surprising. You got the folks there holding the photo of most likely someone falling. You got this lady here holding a baby. You got this nigga here shrieking. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened with him. This person here looks like they praying. The beauty pageant, like it's a lot going on. Baby crying. She's sitting in the church. It is a lot going on here, man. Got this dude here running. I thought he was running from retaliation. I thought niggas was finna beat the block down on his ass, but then it looked like he ended up being arrested. The beauty pageant here, you got Virginia. I think there's Georgia there as well. It's just so much going on. It's very striking imagery. I'm not aware of who this guitarist is, but I think she might have actually played on the record. But it's like a lot of grief, trauma in this video. And again, the song is called Chains and Whips. Beat the system with chains and whips. Like it's kind of like it's like a answer. This is where we get into Kendrick's verse. This is Miss Black America. She's doing the Kendrick verse, but she's got tears rolling down her face. She now is in the strip club. So she went from beauty queen to entertainer in the booty club. You know what I'm saying? Just going to show you how she can flip. You got this little girl here in the church. She's rapping Kendrick shit. You got this prison call. I don't know, like the beauty queen girl, right? I would love to know like what her connection is to all of this, because you can see the family grieving, you can see the nigga in jail, you can see the dude running, but I'm wondering what's her relation to all of that. Like, is it her brother? Was it her dude? You know what I mean? What is her connection to everything happening that had her crying? Because she won, but she's in tears. So how does that work? You know what I mean? I found this here article on rollingout.com. They kind of give us a little bit of a description of what's going on. They say Clipse, Chains, and Whips video is a visual journey through Black legacy, struggle, and power. Clipse has released the official video for Chains and Whips, and it's a visual work of art directed by Gabriel Moses. The video unfolds like a poetic meditation on Black identity, incarceration, and generational power. Set against Pharrell's haunting production and featuring a searing guest verse from Kendrick Lamar, the video weaves its way through striking imagery that captures the layered reality of Black life in America. The visual narrative follows the journey of a Black family, with scenes framed within the cold geometry of prison walls, courtrooms, and church pews. Children stare through steel bars. Fathers walk tight lines between dignity and despair. And through it all, Clipse delivers blistering verses, Pusha T with sharp precision, and Malice with measured reflection, speaking to the tension between survival and salvation. Survival and salvation. Themes of citizenship, legacy, and faith echo throughout the video. Kendrick's verse lands in near silence wrapped in spiritual unease, bringing the track to a chilling close. Rather than glorify violence or materialism, Chains and Whips reframes it, questioning the cost of success and the weight of history. Now, again, we can't talk about the Clipse without acknowledging the ups and downs that the Clipse themselves have encountered, right? Because at the height of what they had going on, coming off of Hell Hath No Fury, like, their world pretty much came crumbling down, at least temporarily. All they homies, the folks that they had with them, even their manager, like everybody that was around them, pretty much got nabbed, right? There was some illicit dealings going on behind the scenes, right? And not only did they witness the things that we see in this Chains and Whips video prior to getting on, because this is the world that they were raised in, but also at the height of their stardom, at the height of their fame, their whole team gets locked up. Niggas got raided. They've been their ex-manager has been doing interviews for years trying to clear his name, because through the pipeline it's been said that he snitched. They have lines throughout the album talking about people who, flipped. So it's a lot going on. Too much for me to even try to delve into without like damn near incriminating these niggas, to be honest. So when you talk about the cost of success and the weight of history, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that plays into it as well. The cost of success, the cost of having like the worldly spoils, but also going against what you know is in your core to be right. So it's a lot going on. I like the video. It's definitely not what you're gonna get from your standard music video in today's day and times. Just as rolling out said on the website, you know, they're not using this as an opportunity to just push materialism and riches and fame. It actually shows you the polar opposite throughout the entire visual. And I think that's an interesting move to make, right? At this opportune time where the Clipse are front and center, the attention is on them. Everybody's talking about them. They got interviews with all the top platforms. They could easily take the simple, the easy way out and do your stereotypical rap video, but they went the other way to try to make a piece that was worth conversation, worth talking about, worth breaking down, which is somewhat unexpected when you think of, you know, how people have categorized their music as coke rap or drug dealer rap. But with this album, we definitely see Pusha T make a couple strides to open up, to speak a little bit more openly about how he feels. It's not just cold, callous across the entire thing, although there's plenty of that. But yeah, man, I'm loving the fact that Clipse are at the epicenter of the conversation right now. 17-year-old me is fucking beaming inside. You know what I mean? Watching these niggas and going back to that time, listening to Hell Hath No Fury and wondering why they weren't bigger, and playing them Re-Up Gang mixtapes and all that type shit. It's just like, wow, this is a fucking moment. I want to savor this moment. It's unfortunate that I haven't been able to cover them to the degree that I would love to, especially when it came to that Tiny Desk situation. But, you know, it is what it is. They got all my love and support. But let me know what y'all think of the Chains and Whips music video. Be sure to let me know your interpretation of it down below in the comments. Let me know what you think I may have missed, right? Because I don't purport myself to be all-knowing. So if there was some other layers that you feel were present, be sure to let me know so I can watch it again and see where you're coming from, all right? I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Be safe. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.